Oh, no. Ready. Okay, we're gonna go ahead with the city council special meeting agenda for the budget retreat at 6:01. We're gonna go ahead and go on to roll call.
Councilmember De La Fuente?
Here.
Councilmember James Soto?
Here.
Councilmember Mary Alvarado? Here. Councilmember Jared Holland? Councilmember Diana Casilla?
Here.
Mayor Ruelas?
Here,
All are present.
thank you, Gary. We may hear some noise in the background, we are at the restaurant. So I'm gonna try to talk as loud as I can. So we're gonna go ahead and go on to 3 for the active agenda. For A, we're gonna do, financial review, which is current financial status. So if you open your book, your binders, we'll see that you do have your, budget calendar. The front, you'll have your city of Matson official and staff. And the leaders of the council, everything's wrong. That's why the term years. Who's? Mine should be 2024, Mary should be 2024, Vera should be.
Oh, the beginning one?
Judy should be 2024.
For what?
That should be 2024,
Oh, here?
yeah. The last time you ran, right? The last time they ran, right?
Yeah.
For 2024.
Okay, so I think she just put when their term is up.
Yeah.
I'll make those changes. now.
Okay, let me make those changes, thank you. Term is up in the second part, yeah. Did the first one, yeah.
So,
We're gonna go ahead and, look, you'll have the city about organizational chart. Okay. Oh, here. You did, you did. City of Mapton, the authorized personnel, city of Mapton salary schedule. Okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and go on to, the revenue. So if you just kind of look through your book, we're just going through it really quick, just to kind of get ideas of everything in there. Okay, your expenditures, blue tab, and almost everyone's blue tab. And then, you'll go to the very end and you'll see the, city of Mapton glossary for 2026. Okay. So, we're gonna go ahead and let, Sophie let us know on the current financial status. Okay.
so with regards to expenditures, the majority of our items, we are on page 1, sorry, of expenditures. There are, sorry, of my, so it shows that we are over budget on pretty much everything, but really, when you look at the budget, the way that it was created for this, it was created in such a hurry and for this last year. I don't feel like it really showed an accurate amount, for certain things with the cost of living, prices always are going up, so I don't understand why, on certain things, we were decreasing our budget. That's something I'm gonna look into. I know it was done in a hurry and I know not everything is accurate. I'm sorry,
Jameson about it?
about what?
The numbers are up down.
No.
Mine is low, mine is over, everything's happening.
No,
They're learning, yes, but I think it's 8% above last year.
no, when you look at what the budget was, and we'll go more in depth at, our next meeting. Our budget went down. The authorized amount went down on almost everything. From 2023 or 2024 to the 2025 budget. Just like for the police department, they had so much taken away from them, and I understand. Yes, at the present time, we only have 1 or 2 police officers, but knowing that we're working at building that, you have to anticipate that stuff, and not just go based off the current numbers, but anticipate that you're gonna have additional employees coming on.
That's using the office and things. Because the budget wasn't down, so
The account,
that wasn't on, they didn't know exactly what they spent, or she did, yes.
a lot of it was guesswork.
Somebody's trying to do like that.
Ready? There are some things.
Ya no hay, aunque no lo echan, ¿me gusta o no está bien? Uno más agua.
There are always going to be changes to a budget for unforeseen circumstances. You can't always plan for that kind of stuff. But a lot of the stuff, I feel like, if we had a little more time and weren't so pressed for time, it would have been unavoidable. So because right now, really, if you go down to, I will be making an amendment to the budget that we submit to the state auditor's office. At the end of the year is when it's due. I'm gonna wait till then, so I can capture everything that we've done up on. Because really, if you look at law enforcement, with the purchase of their vehicles, with the addition of a police officer, with everything that we've had to purchase for them, they are way over budget. But again, like I said at our last council meeting, we took away almost $200,000 or just over $200,000 from their budget from the previous year. Had we left it there, it wouldn't have looked so bad. So some of it we may be able to we'll just have to go in and maneuver numbers around, but some things are just, they were just unavoidable. We needed new vehicles. There was nothing we could do about that. Their laptops went down, they were obsolete. And we had to get new laptops. Our police officers were using GPS service, so they had to pull over a couple of times on their way to calls to reload on their phone so they knew where they were going. That's just that's a safety issue all the way around. Yes.
So for the mayor's budget,
Take home is that.
take home the bill.
Yeah.
Just the ones that we're. Keep in mind, a lot of the stuff that we've already have expenditures, they're upgrades or things that have not been, updated in a long time. Like for instance, Randy at wastewater, a lot of things have needed to be replaced or parts that have been hanging on and they're about due. So those are the kind of things that we do need to start to update and upgrade to and get new. They were, when I came in, he brought it to my attention that we're gonna have to replace the ones. And he said, Mayor, they may last another 2 to 3 years, and I think we're at the 3-year point already. So, I know the wastewater.
I know, the budget's been tight, so we'll try to be real careful, but we gotta start replacing them.
What needs to be updated and stuff. Okay, so get that and you.
And you guys, I don't know what the cost, but it's not a precise figure.
Yeah, you can give it, when you give it to Fred, give it your wish list.
Okay.
And that way you can get it on, you know, the. Number we need for spending.
Well, yeah, yeah, but tomorrow, we see if I can.
While we're talking about that, remember that, the clarifier, and it's emergency money, that did get all from, and then the contractor, they worked it out, so probably in the middle of the month, we're gonna do that. It was 9, it went up just a little bit, we had a few more things. But I think it was 90, if I remember, I can, actually find it, but it's, I think it was 98 or 99.
So we're gonna go line by line.
You can review each line, I don't, do you want to go, or just whatever questions you have to,
Oh, okay.
with review?
So back to the revenue, so we're trying to find the revenue. So back to the page one.
Revenue.
Revenue, yeah. The green tab. That green tab.
Okay, so revenue is the money coming into the city.
Right. So I see here where it says, lights, only have $25 today.
What's that?
Animal licenses.
Animal licenses.
On page what?
Page one. Under license and permits. Animal licenses.
Oh, okay.
There's only $25. I know we got more than $25, people pay for it, and $25. Okay.
Oh, 1,790?
Or maybe that's the budget, so we only, here's the close at $45. Right? Yeah.
They're right here. Find it.
You see, they'll be-
Sorry,
You see it?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't looked into animal licenses, but, I think the way that this,
Oh, this is automatically?
it pulls up automatically the minute. So every time we enter, they come in and say, I wanna pay for an animal license. As soon as we put that code in for animal license, it populates automatically, and then the
That
report
means
pulls
somebody
back.
put those back on somewhere else.
And we can, but we should be able to pull it up because we still also put it in the memo that does not print automatically. We can look and see, confirm, but I believe actually our balance is 1,767. That's what we've collected so far. 25 is the difference between what we budgeted and what we've received. we budgeted 1,790, that's what we expected to bring in.
I didn't know.
We brought in 1,700.
No, that'll,
That's what brought in is over here, not.
Yes.
I mean.
The balance is what we've brought in.
Get a little cinch Alex. Get a little cinch Alex on this. What you want to drink? It's for breakfast. And it's for.
Oh, yeah, right. I mean, can we sure that's not it? That's not it. Period, but we, what they paid this period, it's still what we done for the year, budgeted, what we budgeted. So the balance is what we have to, that's how that, no, that's not what it is.
Well, by that respect, then you would think that we only collected,
$25. That's what I, yes.
no, I don't believe you're reading it correctly, but I don't have access now. I can look it up. I can have a better answer to you.
And then let us know which way we read it, because I'm reading the wrong way. That was read it the right way. That's what I done.
Okay.
Here's what that's what I read it.
So we're reading it.
Wrong.
I don't know how much. Animal license.
$25.
They're $25, so I mean, maybe that's what that.
Late payment is $20. Yeah. And that is per animal.
So I'm thinking,
What you want, you're gonna pay what the game.
I'm thinking on that, okay, giving you what we charge.
Well, for this pay period, for the period is this corner, yeah.
So this is the passport permit, they give me. We would have,
Where do you have that one? It's right
like,
up above.
right, two down from the job, okay, that.
Thank you.
Get that, feel that?
Oh, I see it.
1410. But we, I think we collected 1660, that's not right. We collected $2,250, that's it.
Yeah, I did. Is there plugging
Is that, is that what we collect? We collect the 250. Gotta understand. Yeah, you know, the yard sale permit, so. So balance is zero, that means so that means we collected it all, that we
We
thought.
collected what we expected.
Okay, then,
Okay.
So
So if we- So if we did only collect one animal license,
Yeah.
that, we'll have to look into that,
Right, I
because
think
if that's the case, but it's just they entered the wrong code,
Right.
and so we have to review that.
That means that's all we collected. Well. That's according to this, that's what they put it in when they collected the window, they put the wrong code, so it went somewhere else, it's not here. That's what we're thinking, right?
So, or assuming that we've only got received one person's animal license.
That keeps my job, yeah, that's more of it.
Your daughter paid $100?
So just something.
So, you just, so, and then look into it, get the right numbers and, that's
Yeah.
what I did, I just, it's still, to me, it shows it's wrong, but I don't know if I'm reading it the right way or the wrong now.
I'll look, I was at a training last week, so I came in on Friday and just printed and made sure that we had everything that you guys needed. I didn't get an opportunity to review. But
Well, because the next day, I have one to circle on the, thinking, the next day, the way it's supposed to have. That community event has budgeted 5,000.
where are you?
that at?
A community event.
Oh, okay.
Very good, anything. Where it says, charge for goods and services. So it says fiscal zero, but we budgeted 5,000. And we have 5,000 more to go. Yeah, I think I'm reading it the right way.
Right, so. For, if you're thinking, so for like Summer Bash, we didn't use any money from the city. That was all donated money, and that was coded at a different,
Needs to go into here.
it was coded under special event.
Okay, that's actually that one. So we have to have two. Meeting them to-
If the city's not putting anything on that's not, we keep it in there just in case, but we can certainly remove that.
Okay,
If you don't think that we need to
mine,
have.
mine is just one entry instead of two different. Oh. Right?
There's National Night Out donation, special event. Down below. Thank you.
Hey, what about, this one I'm always confused on, marijuana excise tax, you guys, like from the dealers or what?
No, not from the dealers, from the state.
Well, the state
Oh,
gets
the
a
state.
The state, we get a percentage from the state.
Oh, okay. Nobody ever answered me and they kinda
Oh,
went around it and nobody said anything and.
yeah, the state computes how they hand that money out to each city.
From the marijuana sales that they have from the marijuana shop.
Yes. Yeah, and we don't have control over how much they send to us.
That makes sense now. Is that really collective?
The legit ones say the state,
Okay.
the other ones, well,
They get by tax free.
yes, they do.
Anything else?
The very bottom of page two, first, overages and shortages. Page two, the very last. So overages and shortages, we're going to 55, does that mean we're short?
Anytime we're short, we have to record that our till was short, so. Over the course of the year, that's what it's showing. Well, in a perfect world, if we have more than one, customer service clerk and one person in the till,
One till, okay.
then we would be able to tell who it was exactly that would be responsible for it.
And we have separate tills now, right? So we don't have.
Not yet. We're getting another computer set up and working on getting another till so that we don't have this problem. So that we'll have two different computers. Jerry will be assigned to his computer. When he goes to lunch, he'll lock up his money, everything will be under his, own name and till. We'll know if it was him, yeah, or if it was somebody else.
Do you have some kind of policy that if someone's short, that you're certain amount that they pay to?
I just don't believe that we can do that through the CBA, but I'll look into it. This just helps us narrow it down, and we can counsel and act accordingly, discipline accordingly if we need to, if they're continuously short in fund.
But wouldn't you know at the end of the day?
Oh, it's very nice. No, but they're all one unit, so you can't say Jerry paid the mistake.
They're all on the same
I
till.
have the same
So if
answer.
it's a separate till, then you know. Yeah, I know, why we have tills too, but it sounds like every 3 months we count our tills. So, well, that's, you know, exactly.
You're there, there's like a big, and we don't have.
Are you in the CBA?
Well, your union.
Well, that's probably how you're being around. You guys, really nice, you guys are the contract, but that's not what the contract is,
If you're sure it's not in there, no.
Yeah,
I will double check, but I'm positive, I just read through it today. they didn't see anything in there like that, but I'll check again. But this way, once we get a second till, we'll have a better idea, where everybody's at. Cause, yeah, I mean, if Jerry takes a break or goes to lunch or whatever, then Monty's there. And if Monty's on the phone or with another customer, then I go up and help. So we're all in the till, so we can't honestly say it was so-and-so's fault or it was so-and-so, yeah, we can't do
But we're
that.
getting different too, because the auditor said that's not a good thing to do, right?
Right.
Well, they don't say that's not a good thing to do, they just say it's just to what we should do. They don't say, well, that's not, they just suggest. Well, back in the day, it was just no funeral time, just one. Well, remember, no, we would close the lunch down. Okay, let's go on. We don't have fun. What are we finding? See? Challenges and opportunities.
Doing that, so we're not doing the budget now.
Well, you guys need to keep on it. You guys keep talking. We need to hurry up before it's 6:30.
We're on it. Jill,
You don't tell me what to do. You are the guy.
Okay, so did you guys have any other questions on revenue?
well, we did.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm on the 7 now.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one, revenue, or something
So
like that.
for right now, that the miscellaneous revenue is money that came in and they didn't know how, we didn't know where to put it. So it'll sit here until,
Well, there's zero. Don't they go on there as miscellaneous garbage or no?
it's under garbage.
The
The dump day will go under garbage because that's where we're getting billed with that and then in return, we're billing the customer. Okay,
Yeah.
and just so you know, the LGIP on page 7, the interest just below garbage collection, so kind of towards the top. I have not done that account. That is the one account that I have not balanced, for this year. I'm having to. Except, sorry. So there will be funds in there as well for interest. I just haven't had a chance to get to those. I've been trying to get to them, but 2023 is still not balanced, so I have to pick up those two.
323.
I'm working on those.
Jason helping out still?
She's doing her own thing right now. She's been busy. She hasn't been helping since the end of June. So, she was initially supposed to do 2023, but she's been busy, so I didn't want to wait anymore. So I started just picking up and trying to get 2023 balanced as well. Cause we really need to know where we're at.
Eight of the revenue. The cemetery perpetual care, it's 20% of all plot sales, but we have 0. I know we have lots of, I don't have on funerals, but I don't know if we have lots of sales, classified plots.
We have not, actually, most of them were pre-purchased. So we wouldn't have seen any funds for any of that.
We had no need for lot purchases.
I believe we did today.
We've had it, you know, well, a year. It's just not a very common time. You would purchase ahead and then when the event happens.
Purchase is supposed to be here,
But I don't know.
and there's nothing entered, so we kind of feel throughout the year on Saturday.
So, right, so we can move, we can go in and move those to the correct bars number. Jerry, when we review.
Yeah. I think part of the expenses, that's the book, I mean, the expenditure. Oh, council, meal. I know we've had a few council reimbursements. And I know we had to call
I did write the chat. I don't know that I quoted it to Niels as much as, a reimbursement, a different reimbursement, but I will double check on that one. Because I do remember I did
Yeah.
reimburse you.
one check, or we both went, I paid for it, Mary got something.
Not that I recall, not since I've been here.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not there. We're trying to.
Okay, when the fines get it.
Yeah.
You didn't make it, it's not there. Okay, and then the thing was that dinner for meal reimbursement. I don't know if that's got reimbursement, but I'm getting ahead of time.
But which one?
The mayor, meal reimbursement, well, that's zero.
Oh, sorry, page what?
Well, I always bring my,
Receipts. Right, but if you did if it was part of the travel, then it just got quoted to travel.
Yeah.
But I can double check on that one as well.
There was mayor insurance.
I
got insurance, I'm on the record.
Yeah, just for the record, she does not have her own insurance. I think when they did the, WCIA in January, it got quoted to the mayor. They typed in insurance and I clicked the wrong one. Because the mayor doesn't have any insurance for the city. And I believe that is the exact amount that we paid WCIA. So that's our all encompassing insurance for all our vehicles, all our property, for all of us for the year. Yeah.
And I think that was on there on the last one is, I think that just is on.
It was on, 2023.
Yes, I believe it was.
Every
Every year it is.
That's the neatest estimate.
Yeah, and the health insurance is always on there, but I don't know why.
Great, you have any questions on this? Yeah, anything, no.
Ready?
Luke, questions for the fire department?
Paid, 8 top line EMS insurance. Why is it 26,000 when back in the 115? Like 12,000, or like what it was.
Page 8, Luke?
Page 8, 522, 2026.
Oh, and expenditure, sorry. We'll be back for.
Because on page 4, under the fire insurance, they're showing 11.5, which is about what it was. So I'm curious where the 26 beats come from.
The top one?
Yeah. insurance.
And you said page 4, where's the other one?
Page 4, under the fire insurance, was 11.5, and I believe that's pretty close to what I submitted for insurance, and maybe different 5. So I'm just curious where this 26.8 under EMS insurance is going to go.
That is a good question. Let me look into it, because that is way over your budget. What's the very top one on page 8? This one. I'll look into it, Luke.
Thank you.
The very top on, expenditures on page 8. The very top.
I have to go back and look at the paperwork I submitted, but they are as compared to very. Right, that's definitely the 12,000 was under the fire, line item. That is pretty close. to what
You have page 8 and it's on the.
I did not put it, it's close to 26,800 for insurance, so
I don't recall ever seeing that.
That's interesting, because the budget is 2,600. I mean, and what the total you pay was 26,000.
Yeah, that's, I don't recall ever submitting any insurance for EMS, but would that have been due like in January or February, Luke?
let me see if I can find it. You will say.
This is all I know.
Okay, the very top.
But there's two things to different tab.
Give me on the
That's one tab, that's the right.
fire.
Just so it gives me a reference on where, when to look for that.
I find it.
So this is all, this is, right? So this is 24 over the spend, this is for the budget, right? Or 25, I mean.
Yeah, this is 25.
So that's what we spend, this is what we budgeted.
Anything else on your sheet?
That was the only things that jumped out at me. Wow.
How about you?
You don't have a phone, you know, which,
The only thing we is like here, we're 31,000 for election wage, right? And we only budgeted 27,000. That's That's only half.
That's not including any overtime.
So like right now, we're like what? 10% over what was budgeted. I know you were.
So. What was the amount that was?
I can pull up the budget prior to 2020.
Well, when I told her. Didn't I put in there for like 20,000 on maintenance, and it was looking under maintenance.
There's equipment repair maintenance, towards the bottom, and vehicle repair maintenance towards the bottom.
Oh, you're very on that.
Page 9,
I'm looking at.
expenditures, yeah, for sewer.
You see it through
Yeah,
equipment?
on the bottom, so you'll see.
Okay, I got it. See, and to put in that, that's, see, to put in for sewer maintenance, $4,000 is tough.
Okay, so,
You can't even buy a phone.
okay, so we need to up that.
We need to really go through that.
Yeah.
Because that's why we always fall short, and it's been in Turkey City, later all of a sudden we got,
And so what we'll do.
we're already almost there, like. we're
Yeah.
probably gonna spend $30,000.
Yeah, and I think you did bring it to attention last year when you said, well, Mayor, we only have $1,000.
Yeah. It's like 1,500,
Yeah, for expenditures for the.
and then everything keeps getting more like a lab. I went through a lab audit over there. You passed the audit. I still gotta make changes. We got like a November to make changes and increases. They wanted paperwork different and all that stuff. But now they want testing, so everything costs.
Okay, so we'll let, Sophia, look at the past, and then if you wanna come in and talk to her,
To be honest, Larry, I went through it with Larry, I actually went through it with Barry. Water and sewers, and I had, I don't think that's 23. But
I've been 23, because, 23 or different.
he had it set up and he budgeted, and then I don't know what, of course Larry left.
I can pull the old budgets.
Cause I think I still got the stuff that we would, I did with Larry, but it was, I'm sure it can be improved. Cause he, like he said, he didn't know exactly what he was doing, and we sat down, and we did sewer, and then also water. And we got them balanced.
So, okay, I will look into it.
But we almost have to go, to do it right, we almost have to go line by line and just say, okay, do we need this, do we need this, do we need this? If I would need to get something and there's no money.
Well, it's gonna have to come out of the, just a budget, you know, so.
But then I don't know, maybe I was looking back here on all the funds that school brings in, like $189,000, you can spend like $400, so.
Okay.
So I don't know where, am I reading that right? Where the sewer, it's got sewer and water, total. Revenue for sewer and water. And sewer was like 689,000 revenue. The budget, projected budget, we spent like 400. So,
There,
but then we're
Yeah.
up here, so.
well, so I think what part of the problem was, is we were over budget, because when whoever was working the front desk, when you do a credit back to an account, or say they had a return check and we have to charge that account back that money, it was all getting charged and dumped into one account, into the sewer garbage, I think it was garbage account, rather than taking it out and subtracting it from every account that, where it should be, which threw the numbers off for every other account. We have since fixed that. When we make a change, we go in and so if we're crediting back that account, we credit back X amount of dollars that was charged to water, we're crediting back to water. And then the water taxes and sewer taxes, so hopefully we won't have that problem in the future. It's just going back and trying to fix what was there before to make it look accurate. But we have caught that, and everything is now, it's a few extra steps for us, but it's better in the long run.
Yeah.
To do it that way, so that we show the correct numbers for each account.
Well, while we're on sewer anyway, That, and I talked to you about that, and I forgot to ask you about that one. You know, that clarifier deal and that thing, it came apart, well, you guys know the reason why? It was because when they built the plant back in 14, I found this out, they built a plant, the city had a water. And it flooded all in there and everything is settled and that clarifier settled like 4 inches on one side. So it took where the boxes where the pumps are and the clarifier, just opening a gap about that. That's why it's doing it, because the problem settled a little bit more. But it's something worth looking into is the insurance pays for all of it. Because they had to go under there and put some. The insurance paid for it, like 300,000, you know. So if it was the insurance paid for it back then, and it's still that same deal, maybe the insurance would pay for this $10,000 to fix it. Yeah, so it's not worth looking into.
Thank you very much. I'm
I think
insurance.
no, that warranty, because the insurance company had to pay that long. Now it's been all the years, it's working out.
There would be no chance of getting it.
Right, so you get the savings in.
That's what he.
But with the insurance, pay for it again.
That's not what it is.
I mean, you can ask.
And they, you know, I mean, that's the reason we just asked it, so they say in the law, then we'll just budget it, you know, to where we put it in there for anybody.
Yeah.
Do you, it was in 2014, you said?
When what?
When it replaced it.
That's when.
When it's refurbished.
Yeah,
And then
well,
we build it.
they kind of built a whole new plant. So when you walk on the gate, this side is all new, the other side is waiting number, that's the old. So they built a whole new plant. And well, I was talking to them and all of a sudden somebody said, oh, there was a water leak and flooded all this, and he said. I go, well, that's why it's cracking, because I thought, well, you know, well, maybe the pumps, this pump is, you know, so we have to go into it. Then we took an egg probe came out, they took a level of it, 4 inches on one side. Which over that, how many feet? It don't look like it.
The water table is not that low area.
No, it's got a high water depth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah, you know, down by the river.
Well, I think maybe 20 feet, if that. If that.
Yeah.
Oh, what the.
Clarify.
Okay, we'll follow insurance and see.
I mean, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, it's not
I mean, no.
Do you know a dollar amount, what a bigger amount, if we have to purchase another one?
When you don't purchase it, this thing's 30 feet around.
She have to get.
This is concrete
Oh.
on the ground.
They have to get it rebuilt, or they have to.
Pretty
They would have to go underneath it and check it back up, but what we're putting on it now, it should be fine. Now, what they're hoping, like Randy Osborne, they're hoping that, okay, it's settled that little bit more. Hopefully it's not. It's not 100%, but in order to fix it, you're talking probably $500,000 to be. So it's like.
Yeah.
It's not cheap. This is somewhere around 80,000 gallons of water. So that arms, that's what clears the top of the water after, before it goes to the river.
Okay. We'll probably find out from you, see what they tell us. Okay, like.
I gotta reach out to WCIA tomorrow anyway. We can ask.
All right, anything else?
$10,000 to use the chunk out.
Yeah.
If the insurance will pay for it.
No, I look that much farther to get to the permit. You might, yeah.
I do got another thing, but I don't want to take up too much, but
No, go ahead.
I don't know this year, but it's probably, we should purchase a loader, like a payloader. For the wastewater.
A
For most-
loader?
A payloader. A wheel loader, well, like people call
What
it
do
wheel
those
loader.
run?
Well, that's, you ain't gonna go buy a new one, because they're probably 200,000.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you could probably, but, we gotta move biosolids and stuff, and this is an ongoing thing. Well, right now, we use the backhoe. Sometimes the backhoe gets in there and gets stuck.
What happened to skip loader?
I have, but that don't, and that thing don't even work in there, it gets stuck in the wrong, worse than the backhoe. Cause it's stuff, you're driving through a foot, maybe 10 feet of this. And sludge, that's the big thing involved. And you gotta go through there and just. The backhoe has issue, but you keep working the backhoe so hard all the time,
Yeah,
actually,
That's something we
it's
talked
something.
about. That we need something back, we need to back up with that backhoe because we use that daily, the guys use it daily, and if we drive that to the ground, they're not gonna have nothing out there. You know, I know we've been trying to buy a little bit of equipment here and there, but we can never get anything approved. So, I mean, we really need to, consider new equipment for the city.
Well, then there's also, well, we got the one grant loan and like with the upgrade out there for the skates.
Uh-huh.
There is grants, especially smaller cities.
And we can start looking into those as well, or if you have time to look into it
Yeah.
as well, we can just send them our way, we can start looking.
Because like Sunnyside, they had a grant to buy new swing.
Yeah.
Well, Sunnyside's like 10 times the size of it.
I've looked into the grants for smaller communities, a lot of them are either. We don't fall in the category that they want us to, or it's, we get a small grant, but then we have to pay for the other part.
And we don't have money to pay for the other.
Yeah.
You guys need to write to which movie star, actually, actors, bag.
Yeah,
So
so,
money.
so,
But if, well, like this, for, okay, then the sewer wanted to purchase a loader. Was there anywhere
What's that?
that, city can
500
put money
million?
aside for that every year? Like a equipment rental type deal?
Remove?
Rent,
No, not to
Oh,
rent
to-
it, but they call it equipment rental. You know,
like
a
a,
tax
to set
year.
aside for a capital fund.
Yes, a lot of, they call it equipment.
In a
rental, but
perfect world, yes. Where we're still trying to get our budget back on track and our accounts back on track. That's a little bit
Out there.
harder to do, yeah. But, ideally, in a perfect world, we could start moving funds to, a small portion to a capital fund, and then that way, when we do need to buy something, we've got funds, available funds to make those purchases.
A long time when you buy it, put money into the national fund or you.
Well, I used to budget when we were paid, after we paid off the current fire truck. We had, $33,000 per year that I asked to have that money set aside. We left it in the general fund. And in case something catastrophic happened, and then at the end of the year, it's supposed to get moved into capital. So that we wouldn't lose it, because we lose everything in general fund at the end of the year. And that never ever happened. One thing that's needs to be on your guys' plate is the aid rig. We're gonna be seeing a several $1,000 bill for it. Because we blew the turbo on it. And it is, what is it? It's an 03, so it's 22, 23 years old. And we went to try and find the parts from Ford, and they're obsolete already. So we ended up got O'Reilly, they had like one of them left in all of their stores, and we were able to find it to get it fixed. So we had hoped to not have to worry about replacing it for another 7 or 8 years, but that may get that timeframe may get bumped up some. One thing, good thing though, is that that is a split rig, so we only pay 50% of it, County Fire District 5 pays the other 50s. What they're planning on doing is, the body has essentially a lifetime guarantee on it. So we just take the body off the chassis, put the body back on a new chassis. So that would turn to $200,000 bill for a new rig down to maybe $100,000. But that's still 50 grand we have to come up with. So that's something to keep on the plate. The fire trucks in 07. So hopefully we can go a few more years for that, but.
Just one thing, huh?
You know,
well,
50 grand within the next year or two, right?
Potentially, yes, if something else goes on, and you can't get parking for it, that's what we're gonna have to do. So initially, I was hoping it was gonna be 5 to 7 years before we would have to start talking about it. But parts are already becoming obsolete on something, it's a 2003, it's not all that old, I don't think. But for that size of vehicle, parts are already becoming obsolete.
25 now, I'm 10 years, hopefully the last 2 years, we'll have green.
We need to start setting something aside. And I wanted to do it for years and thought we were doing it, and then nothing happened. The EMS money that we had, I don't know what your actual balance is on our EMS fund. My understanding is it should be over, it should be in the 6 figures somewhere. Or, that's right, yeah, 600,000 something. So that is available if we need to use some of it, but I've also noticed that a lot of it, while looking at the items that I brought up tonight, it's like, well, all that money went bye-bye that we get every year from the county. So, we haven't actually been building that up. So we don't have that revenue source either, so we need to look at stuff like that, because we're gonna have some trucks that are coming due for replacement. Again, the fire truck will be the same way, it would be a 50-50 split with the district. So that cuts our price in half. But then again, fire trucks, you're not gonna get anything probably for under 300,000 or 400,000. So even half of that's 200,000. So we need to start setting aside money that doesn't disappear December 31st, but can actually be in a capital account that's building up for when those things happen. Otherwise, you're gonna have to go out and borrow money to buy that. So, that's something you guys need to think about. Like I said, I tried to do it back in, the fire trucks, in 07. So we paid it off, the last payment was in 10. And I was trying to get people to do it back then. And it never ever got done, the money was there for like 2 years. At the end of the year, it would disappear, I don't know where it went. And I tried again the next year, and then finally they just took that whole line item completely away. And so we were never building any money up to replace stuff. So it's something that needs to be done.
Can we start that for the fire department? So that be something we have to do.
Yeah, we can look into starting a capital fund. And then we can start.
I mean, even if it's only $5,000 or $10,000 a year, you know, if you keep doing that over the years, you'll build up some to help take the hit off of when something does go catastrophically wrong, like we're potentially looking at with our A-rig. So we need to at least do something because something is better than what we're doing now, which is nothing.
Yeah.
Do you have a balance, fund balances on here besides from, there's balance in the revenue and expenditures, but not a total balance?
No, I did not include one, no.
I have a question for the police department. My favorite.
Favorite.
No, okay.
That's it is your favorite.
Hearing what?
On
Page 3.
Recap, expenditure,
yeah, what?
expenditures, blue cap.
So this right here, when you guys say this is just something, and you guys don't have it on here?
Oh, no,
That's what they want for next year.
that is what they wanna add to the, but that's their wish list, that packet that you're holding in your hand.
And you don't have a wish list on the thing?
No, that's just what we wanted to talk about today. So there are,
And do you have a wish list?
did I give you one?
The only real wish list I have is that my command rig is 27 years old, multitude of electrical issues. It would be nice to replace that with another used command rig. It's probably gonna be in the $10,000 to $15,000 range, maybe 20, but I don't even wanna go that high. Just try and get something that's a little bit nicer. You know, with ours, the electrical issues, we have no interior lights. So I had to put up some lights at home so that when you open the door, you flip the lights on outside so you can see what you're getting in the middle of the night.
How much do those run?
I've looked at some of them. There was someone, like Spokane County had one for under 10,000 a couple years ago. However, they're supposed to have more to surplus, but then they got a new fire chief and now they're not surplusing them anymore. So I've looked online, a lot of them come out of the Midwest, East Coast, and I'm not sure I trust those. And they're one, 15 to 20 for them. But if you were to buy brand new and to put, the lights itself are worth about $7,000 to $10,000 just for emergency lights.
Just so you know, the officers' vehicles that we're getting, they're coming from, Kansas. So it might be something you might wanna look into, and we're actually having them, brought back over here, delivered to us, so.
What are we paying for those?
The delivery,
The truck.
Not just for the unit though.
it depends on the vehicle. They bought some
14,000 or something.
after, this last one, the Wrangle that they just purchased was 31.
That was cheaper than the two cars. that
Yeah.
we searched.
It was 31 and it came with some of the lights. It's coming with some of the lights and then it's only about 1,200 to ship it.
Right.
So, I mean, that might be an option.
Yeah, that might be an option for you to look at, or ask the chief of police where he got his, and maybe you can reach out to the same community. You know, yeah, you've seen the new vehicle coming.
I actually saw one driving around one
Yeah.
time, that's all I've seen.
So I mean, we're open to do that too. Find one.
We can also look into some grants too.
Yeah, it's just something that I'd like to get. I don't need brand new, I just need something that doesn't have. The current one's starting to rust, I can live with that. The electrical is somewhat a little disconcerting.
Find something and then bring it to us and then bring it to council.
Okay.
I mean, more than anything, we need the emergency vehicles,
Right.
you know, we don't want it to be where you're all on a call and boom, it gets frantic. You know,
Right.
because that's happened with. So, okay,
You were done.
Okay.
well, we are gonna put it down, so between 10 to 20.
10 to 20 would be that, I guess if you wanna have a wish list, that's my wish list.
Right.
All right. We'll put that down for your wish list.
Any other questions or concerns? So, okay, so I'm gonna just, touch on, for Sarge, the wish list that they have for next year. Some of it is, actually necessity, not wish list. The city is not in compliance with the state laws regarding the body cameras. So there are charges, there are,
That was because the other, officers we had didn't want it.
well,
And we were not told that they were,
that it was a state law.
yeah, they never told us that it was, and we just trust our officers, so we need them. And I think maybe that's probably something we just need to
Probably
get,
something we need to do priority.
yeah, not wait for the, you know, not for.
Also, the guns that they have, which, Sark and I went over, those, I guess they were told are going to be obsolete and they will need to be moved to 9 mils.
That's what they are, that's what they
That's
have
not
now.
what they have right
What do
now.
they have now?
Um,
You carry 40 caliber right now.
40?
Yeah, but those are, when I was asleep, like they said, all departments
Yeah.
moving over to.
All departments are moving over to the 9 mil.
Wasn't there already 9 mils within the safe
Well,
that were left over from the other police officers?
There's nothing left.
So you said obsolete, that's not obsolete, it's
no,
something that,
but the,
and that means something that it's mandatory, they have this trip have done.
they have to go over to those now because it's a new law. If I'm correct, I think that's what, Sarge said as well. That, so a lot of the stuff is because they're being mandated, we're being mandated to make these changes. Um,
So they want, they managed to what, like, what's
to the 9 mil.
mil.
And so that's what that first quote is for the range. That is to replace, 7 guns.
the finance, or finance each,
We have 7 off.
of course.
No, we have,
You gotta have
we'll have 5, but we'll have to back up in case we need.
so you need 7.
So what is the other two things, lots,
The lock is the brand.
or this one, the one that's 329 versus the one that's finance?
I believe those are the, no, those are the holsters here.
The last one,
That I cannot answer. I should have asked, been a little more thorough.
the Surefire, is that a 9 millimeter too, or is that a one for 329?
No, so the Surefire is going to be the, might be the modifications on the firearm so that they have visibility during the night. That's what some of these things are, so they have to have them so that they're at max capacity versus they go into the guard, they can't see their gun, they can't see what they're doing.
I said that I like the extra top or something.
Yeah, it can either be one that's based on the bottom and then it's the glow sights that go mounting on the pistol itself, so they have visibility. If not, that's it.
What's the second one then? The Holton's green block.
So the green block, that's what I like to say is the hollow sights, which is gonna be what mounted on the railing on the pistol itself, on the upper receiver.
Oh, perfect.
Then we're gonna be
The one
lighting,
that is that poster for all those guns.
yeah, the whole picture on the bottom.
7 of them. So that's exactly said, maybe just have 6, we don't have 5 officers. Why do we need 7 sitting around, or 2 sitting around?
Because that's what he's requesting. For
This,
backup.
this is his wish list, so.
Yeah.
From backup.
Yeah, and then, so then the next page is, I don't know how we've done it in the past, but there are no radars for speed. So if somebody gets pulled over for speeding, it's kind of just,
You don't have nothing in the park?
You don't have to be.
you
Yeah,
know.
it has to go.
So so their wish list is to have just at least 2 radars.
Maybe they want the handheld ones.
But they're not gonna stand on the road, they want to mount it on the car.
No, well, you know,
They go
like this, and you
Yeah.
sit. Yeah, you can sit in your vehicle and you can, that's probably what they want. Not by them going to stand on the road.
And this is for 2 of them, $5,000.
For 2, yes. And then the next page, it says Dana Safety Supply. This is, actually for each one, and they would like to, when they are making an arrest for an individual, they want to be able to put that plastic down on the seats in the back seat. So if the individual has some sort of accident, it doesn't seep into the seat,
Well, I said the seat for that.
Is that plastic?
Not in the new chargers, so these are specific with more than 2 chargers, that way they're up to code as well.
Oh, okay.
yeah. So, that's $855.50 per seat.
You would need 2.
Yeah.
And then. I think I've got these all backward,
So then we have the,
the body cams,
Oh, the body camera.
yeah. So it, that's on page 3 where it shows you the type of body cams that they're looking for, they are just requesting, it looks like 6 for the starter bundles.
This.
It says it's page 3 on there, is where it shows you the step by step of each one.
The camera, then we do the software, and then we do our part. This was started. Yeah. So it's 25,000. For how many?
For 6. And that's just so we have a backup if something goes down, they can switch it out while the other one goes in for service or while they repair.
just keep in mind that the police department has long. I think, we went, walk the Mary when we first came on,
2022, they didn't have
not,
anything in the card.
no application,
No, nothing.
nothing. They didn't have
Nothing.
So certainly, we've been trying to build it up slowly, but it's,
Well, these body cams don't have to get.
and tasers.
And tasers.
Oh, there's pages in there too?
Tasers, I believe are.
They don't have tasers right now?
No,
They do, but they're,
No, Rich?
okay.
On the M16, do they have?
What?
M16, do they have in shotgun? Each cartridge have, there should be at least 5.
The M16, but they are 50.
It's the same thing.
I
AR-15,
believe,
16, and shotgun.
I'd
So
like
I
to see
know-
them make it two.
I will,
Huh?
honestly,
I'd like to see this
Officer
make it
Rodriguez
suit.
not pointed
There
him.
was one in each
I
car,
remember.
and there's 5 cars.
Right,
That we had some.
we have to take a look at our.
So we probably have like maybe 3.
A lot of these
because
guys
that's
brought
how
their
many
own,
people we have.
they bring their own.
I can check with Sarge tomorrow.
I know Rodriguez Curry says he used it last week. Yeah, to use a shotgun, so, so. I know he carries his, I don't know about the other officers.
So where's the
Okay.
pages on there? Yeah, so the,
It should be the last,
so the 25 is
Oh,
for
there.
the body cams. Is the thing.
25, and then the 35, 846, which is the page 3, and it lists out everything that they need for the taser cartridges, the
18,000.
18 or 35? Still keep it at 35.
Almost over here, 18,000. Well, right here, we got 60 months, is 35.
What does 60 months mean?
You're gonna get a discount.
Payment plan, honestly.
Oh, payment
We
plan.
broke it down, yeah.
So it's 35.
It's the value.
That's.
And just
35.
keep in mind, if we do budget this, next year, we'll know if the offices are eligible for that money that, Luann Hodges and Mendoza came to talk about, remember? And so we'll know next year if I'm correct, if they're.
I think so. I'm gonna sit down with Chief on Friday and review everything, and I think he's busy with testing this week. He's got 3 major tests this week, so
But he has passed test.
Yeah,
And he
so
said-
I- yeah, I said, you stay with your studies, that's more important. We'll sit down and talk on Friday, so
Who's that?
with Chief.
Yeah, we don't, we don't reach out to him during the week until he reaches out on Friday, so.
Yeah, we try not to bother.
So I mean, even if we do put all of this into the budget for them, they may get money from Hodges and, Mendoza. Once that money comes through.
My question is, we have a mechanic for these parts. Who's the mechanic?
So we were taking them to S Point, but we started bringing them back here to Tommy's.
And is Tommy really working on them, or he's not working on them?
I said we stuck in
From
something,
the, the faulty, he wasn't fixing them.
Well,
that's why he's not using them.
We quit using them, because the mechanic that was there, he had left. So we have to take his vehicles there.
What they have in the back. Do they have any back?
I don't know who's the mechanic right now. I don't know. This young man, I know he's not here right now, so. So,
Your mom had a good one.
when we were taking them to Grandview, that's where the officers go. No, to, no, the one over there, what is their name?
He does all of the national meetings.
Yes.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, that's where we were taking them. Yeah, but I think. It keeps on, it goes up and up and up and up. Okay. So I think right now, the officers are just gonna take them local, like oil change, just all that kind of stuff here.
Maybe make sure they check it for us, you know, the lights, you know, because usually when you take something to the mechanic. they
And I
check
know for
everything.
lights and stuff like that, me and the chief were talking, and those might have to be going to Berrien. Because I think the guy that was doing it here, he's no longer doing that. So, but I like to go to town, they will keep the tires, see if they wash your car, and they really check out.
Basically, I'm watching crazy.
Okay,
I
so
think
we're
that's-
getting off subject, we're getting off subject, we're getting off subject. So the chief, he apparently, he knows, so he did tell me that he have to take them to Berrien. Now for like the lights and all that. And Saturday.
Where's the place around here, where do they take their, for maintenance?
They're taking to Grandview to, that shop, that's over there in front of
Right in front of
the museum.
Yeah.
Grandview, yeah.
Somebody said Brandy does that.
Because I remember, Councilwoman Diana had said, back in the day. Where was she?
Oh,
Okay. But yes, so we're just letting the chief right now and sergeant handle where they're gonna be taking the vehicles. So we're trying to keep it back where we can take it. So I know they're here at Tommy's. Jerry, correct me if I'm wrong, are they taking it to Jerry or to the? I know.
Taking over the Tommy's.
Right.
Okay, so, water, our public works department also has been struggling with their vehicles. It is probably time that we start looking at replacing some of the vehicles that they have. We don't have to look at replacing all of them, but we're spending more money on repairs than we should.
Right now, one of our vehicles doesn't have brakes.
One
No
of them,
tires.
one of them we have to keep taking it back in for them to just kind of fix the ignition switch, because it's not.
that is mechanic, Steve.
You get a study mechanic that cannot fix all of our vehicles.
We're paying to get it fixed, it should be fixed. It's not the car's fault that it's not right, it's the mechanic's fault that it's not right.
Well, the trucks are
Oh,
bad and old.
But I mean, if it's fixing the, what did you say?
ignition.
The ignition should not be the problem, maybe it's something else, the ignition should not be the problem, everybody can't fix it.
Well, so far we haven't gotten a bill, so right now we're just looking at it and trying to save us some money on the repairs and just, yeah.
Mickey Mouse. So, and I know we did get a little Colorado, that one's been pretty good to the guys. I think we paid under 5,000 for that one. And,
The Dodge Ram is still running sufficiently.
it's the
So
other,
it's the other two vehicles that we're looking at. And as well as, like Randy said, some additional equipment that they could use that.
I mean, you know, you see those vehicles on a daily, Bradley, what are they like?
Big Dodge, the Dodge, it's in good condition. It's really good.
The
But
Colorado?
they try to, keep that one somewhat, or they have something good to go to town and all that stuff, so they kind of,
They've been parking out.
for that reason, they don't wear it out, and then they have, but like them old boards, they have some of them are.
Have 2002,
What's that?
2000.
Yeah.
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 Got it.
They're pretty.
I mean, they,
Colorado, it runs.
oh yeah, that was a good one. There was another one, but Larry didn't want to listen and write a check for $5,000 because he was gonna get in trouble. So we lost it. Yeah. So, but I've been looking, so if we come up, I find something under five, I'm gonna snatch it up because the guys need something around me. Winter's coming and the one that has, no brakes.
That, yeah, that's just an accident waiting to happen, that's liability.
Why don't you have it?
It's just all of our piece for the kids on the problem. The tires wearing out. So I'm waiting until October now. Because we did, how many, letters did you write? 3? Yeah, we didn't get none. We just did it for.
Did somebody just do it yearly? Somebody do it yearly? Like,
They do it yearly. Oh, did they do that?
Cause I think if we buy this stuff now, they're not gonna give us, in fact, they might give us a pages and body count. I don't know.
We can, it's worth a shot, to write them a letter and see if they can help our office on their, legends, you know?
Fire department gets money, the police
They're
department
gonna
gets
get it a
money.
year.
The city,
They just barely got their money. They just got their money like in general. Although,
Well, yeah, it is a year. I think you apply it in a year, they.
May.
Yeah, March or April.
Again, 2 times.
yeah, they're gonna be doing it again in October. So she told me to write a couple of more letters in October. Okay, so we're doing this. Okay. Okay,
There's a federal request.
okay, so now we are,
Stick around, sorry.
oops, okay, so we've already kind of skipped around on here. So now we're doing department changes and funding requests.
That's
That's
what
what we
we're
did.
talking about, yeah.
So now we'll go to summary of key service needs, staffing and project, proposals. So, key needs.
Where are you?
On B.
I'm sorry, on the agenda.
B. So, wanna,
And so we, would you leave it up here? Instead of the foresting.
Oh, it is 60, that is what we're paying you.
Yeah, but it's,
Okay,
I don't know what the. No, we're on some things, certain things, staffing. Project.
you wanna say anything on this one? The summary of key service needs, exactly.
so, the key service needs, there were, so I've been looking into a couple of different programs and some of the, at the training that I went to this last week, I'd like to look into starting to slowly change out and getting the software for digital, reads for our water meters. There was a small town north of Colfax, 200 people, they've got digital read. I'm like, oh, what? She goes, yeah, they just drive around and as you drive past the house, it takes the digital read. And I think, that would be so less time consuming for not only us in the office, but when we send public works out to do a reread because there was an issue and then, like today, we had a lady come in questioning her account and we looked at it and they wrote a number down and Jerry says, well, no, that's a 4. And I said, well, that looks like a 9 to me. So, we're setting up measures to fix that right now as we're writing them down. As the guys are still writing them down, but really that, some of them, sometimes it's open to interpretation if you're not the one who wrote the numbers. To see what it is, so.
Tell the guy that right.
Yeah. Well, my legibly and their legibly are 2 different things, so, I mean, same with communication, so, but, ideally, I think that would be It would cut down on errors on billing, it would cut down on the time that Public Works is out driving around checking each water meter. It would cut down on the time that it takes for us to prepare and process billing each month. We haven't looked into the costs,
So,
but I think it's coming down to a need.
I know we talked about it a long time ago, but I think it's good to change out the meters for that, right?
we,
All the meters need to be changed out for that.
Well, I mean, we can, if we look into it, just slowly start replacing, we don't have to replace them all at once. But when a meter goes bad, let's replace that one, or let's start with one street and just replace a few at a time. Cause the ones that we're buying, I mean, we periodically have to buy new meters. So if that's the case, we could just slowly start to change those out.
because when I came on, that's what we tried, we talked to GNO about it. It was very, very expensive and we just didn't have the money for it. That would have been good, to use the money that would be used on water for meters. Because I don't know if you remember when I did come on, Mary, I don't know if you remember, but GNO had said that they were quite spendy. But it would have been something that'd be good for the city, to change them out. You know, and I think it'd be good to change them out little by little, you know, because we're replacing them all the time. You know, that means we have to get the handheld meter for it as well. Just when the guys stop, they'll have to go out and just try. And scan, just like the light company does now.
Oh, that's good that we're finding out now before the legend. Grant, and all right, get how much it did cost, maybe write that in there too, and see what they give.
You still on the first chapter here? Seasonal cold portion, how come there's no operating?
The very last one on the,
It just didn't get,
last one.
it just didn't get put on there, but he's only making $18 an hour.
How many?
Just barely above him, but
18,
18 hours?
it's $18 an hour.
18.
Oh,
It's just barely above minimum wage.
how many hours a day?
20, he's only working 20 to 25 hours a week.
When did that stop for this year?
We haven't stopped it yet.
And
Oh, probably mid-October. Probably mid-October. Yeah, because I told him to start writing out his last of his letters. So after he does the last of the letters, he has to wait 2 weeks in order to get the police involved.
she said start giving 17 something, I just put 18 down.
18 is what
18 even?
is what he's getting paid. Yeah, because it was, I think minimum wage is 17.77 or something like that.
17 something now?
Yeah. So,
Washington for the highest name. And
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go on. To see capital improvements, I think we kind of talked about that one already.
some of the, yeah,
Some of
some of the improvements that we want to do.
And then, D, revenue forecast and budgeting.
This year's gonna be tricky, but, because the budget was cut short last year when we took off some of them, there's only so much that we can increase. I am in contact with some of the people from MRSC who have done budgets, so, who work on budgets. So that they're gonna help, make adjustments. Try and move, we're gonna have to get creative to move money around from certain areas where we put so much more money and effort in those, and we took away from some of the other ones. For instance, case in point, the police department, we took so much money from them. And now they're way over budget. But we're gonna try and get it all balanced and get it figured out.
when did the police department,
In 20,
who left, the 5 officers? So back in the day, we didn't have that many.
Oh, yeah, we did. We've had more than 5, we've had 6. When Raul Almeida was here, when Morales, we've had.
Oh, way back then, no, they were, the other one for, Reserve.
No, but we got officers too.
Only had three, because even, when what's his name was here, Harris. They said after you have so many, there's so many more reports they have to do. That's why they never wanted over three, right? I'm gonna tell you to say that, right?
But how is only one officer that I think you're the city of nothing?
Not one.
I know about it.
But-
You know, but you know,
And the other one they had, no, and then they had reserves at the time. and I don't
Well,
know,
the laws have also gotten stricter. And we can't have a reserve out there on their own. They have to have a police officer with them. Because they can't make,
I thought
Yeah.
we could have reserves.
Yeah, we can.
We can.
Yeah, they told us we could now,
Oh, okay.
but they just can't be by themselves.
they can't be by themselves, they can't write tickets, they can't,
Yeah, they do.
yeah, exactly.
And they used to-
So to have as a backup, just to have as a backup person, but there's so many things that they cannot do. It has to be a commissioned officer. And
Remember the year we paid reserves because we didn't have.
That's the law that changed, I guess. They used to be able to. You can't.
I mean, it comes down to the protection of the community. You guys want it or you don't. And I mean, I'm like Mary, that was one of the things my main goal was when I ran my campaign. People, I asked them, what do you want? What do you guys want to see in that? Police, police, police. So, okay, that was my goal, to bring in the police. We managed to have 5. And, you know, some left. We got right away, the next day, 1 left, we got a new one in. So, I mean, we haven't been without officers. Maybe we've been with 1 or 2, but that still is not enough coverage for the city. You know,
and to allow them days off, then
Yeah.
we're right back in the same boat where people are complaining that we don't have officers. Right now, there's a gap in the morning and the afternoon between the night shift and the day shift, from when they come on and when they leave. And so we wanna be able to fill those gaps with commissioned officers who can actually do something.
and then, so hopefully by December, we'll already have 4 full-time, commissioned officers. So, so Phil will be back and so will, Guzman. And then we'll have 1 more that would end in on. And we're just waiting for a date when we can send him off. So just keep in mind,
You just hired a new one? You can.
but he came scot-free for us.
Yeah,
We don't have to pay for any.
Wapato had budget cuts. They had already done all the preliminary background checks and everything on him. They were willing to share that information with us. So
We didn't have.
we didn't have to
We
fork
have
out
an
any
officer.
Who's gonna go with it? You know, that.
But he's,
Yes.
he's going to, sign, well, he has signed the 3-year contract for the city. So he wants to be here long term in the city. If you need him,
Well, yeah, and then the chief, right, on Monday, the contract too, right? You want?
Yes.
It was on the chiefs and we had to send it to academy.
Yeah, so.
And the chief, we have to send it to academy. We have to send it to
No, I don't recall. I didn't. So the only ones we did was the new ones, which would be Swan and,
the one that.
the one that we gave
extra money to
what's that?
ones that we gave that bonus to, those two.
Okay,
Until they find a higher paying job,
well,
which is.
well, we're still in the 60s. You know, once we start negotiating, just so you know, treasurer, what she's making now, that was 10 years ago wages. She's making below property levels that she's making right now, because that, she still has the same wage since they negotiated that in 2014 or 2015. Yep. So her wage has never been negotiated. So she's in for the 60s, let's just put it like that.
No, I'm saying the police.
The police,
They'll stay around until they get offered a higher wage, then they'll leave whether they got a contract or not.
no, they have to pay it back. So they can leave.
They never took any would have collected.
This day, we have never gotten paid back, and they've broken any line. So right now, we're still working on one, you can't say the name, but it's in the process, so we'll get that money back. So, and to answer you two, we, as long as we are paying the wages that we're paying police officers, we are not gonna be able to keep police officers.
Oh, no, that's why.
That's what I'm saying, we have to pay a good wage. As we can pay a good wage, they're gonna stay here long term. You know, they like Mapton because it's small, it's not high traffic, like if they were to go to a bigger city. You know, yes, they deal with the same people on daily, but, you know, it's small. So,
But everybody's gotta make a living.
exactly.
Last I did.
That's all depend on getting nothing.
Okay, we're gonna,
Everybody's gotta make a living.
okay, so we're gonna go ahead and timeline for budget calendar, public hearing dates. So at the beginning of your book, you have that. So, we'll be here again tomorrow.
I should hopefully have some answers, tomorrow's actual payday for me as well, so I will work on that and then work on trying to get some answers for everybody on the questions that we had.
And if you can't have them tomorrow, don't worry about it, we can get back to council. Well, then,
At our next budget meeting, for sure, if I don't get them done tomorrow. I'll have more information, a little, hopefully more in-depth information for everybody.
any, final thoughts? Luke?
No, just, one thing I gotta go back to Sophie's question. I went back and looked at emails and my paperwork, we haven't seen any insurance bills for this year.
Okay,
So, they come in October, when you'll see the insurance. So I'm not sure
where that came from, I don't either, but I will look into it.
Any Vera?
I know I haven't entered anything for EMS, I use the code barcodes that you give me when you send me bills, so. I don't know what those are.
Sophie? Kitty? Diane?
Putting my hands. I'm thinking, I'll see the whole thing, I really do. Spending.
So we do have 30 minutes, if you guys wanna wait, we can go on a little bit adelantado. And we'll go a little bit more on this, so we don't have to be here tomorrow as well.
If you want to, I think what we skipped over was, the council's, plans for improvement, what your goals were. We gave what the fire department wanted, what water sewer wanted, what admin wanted. Well, I want a little bit more, but, I'll take that one. I want to move the city from all paid to express bill pay.
What was that again?
I said I wanted to move us from all paid, the company, the third party credit card, the credit card company that we use for our bills, to express bill pay, which is what every other city is using.
That's still like a credit card billing company?
It is, but they also, I get an email because I live in Sunnyside, so I get an email saying that my bill is ready. And I can log in and look at it, online. It doesn't cost me money to pay. I pay my bill online. I don't think
Pay?
it does not cost me. I don't know how the city is paying for it, and that's what I'm trying to look into. Because how is the city, recouping that money
The citizen has to pay 3% to use that card. You know?
here,
Yeah,
for here it does.
Oh, you mean over there, you don't.
For
have to.
express bill pay,
Okay.
you don't have to.
Prosser's got it too.
Crosser has it, Grandview has it.
You don't have.
Yeah, I haven't set foot in City Hall in Sunnyside and
Well,
years.
you can pay
And-
online like that, and not get charged 3%, that's good.
yeah. So I want to start looking into that too, maybe to take effect for the next year, depending on the cost, because I don't want the city to incur a big cost for that.
And the city over there might be eating up the cost.
Yeah, I don't know what the city of Sunnyside is doing and I want to look into it. Well, and Prosser, and I can reach out to the city of Prosser. I know those ladies, used to work with them. At my Smith with the city of Foster. But I can reach out and see how much it costs. That is
You
one.
find out what that would cost and what we pay now, we pay anything now.
No, we don't pay anything right now for all pay. That goes all directly to the credit card user. They take,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot.
2%, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's more than that because
Say more now, I don't pay.
it's a minimum of, even if your bill is, a small amount, they still charge you a minimum of what, $3.99 or $4.99?
$3.99 minimum with the. Depending on the amount, so $4 minimum or 3%. Most people, when they come through and pay the bills, average of an extra $7 to $8 to pay cost of their monthly bill. So it is really expensive for the customers, and
Yeah,
we're hurting ourselves on that one.
yeah, we are.
Wait for it.
Well, we don't work ourselves, we don't pay, citizens pay.
But we get the brunt of the complaints and the,
Yeah, so now this other one, citizens don't pay, the city might have to pay.
right, but there may be a way to incorporate, and that's what I was talking to these guys last week or week before. There might be a way for us to incorporate that directly into everybody's bill, even if it's like a dollar or some, or $2 or something.
Only if you use it.
Well, it would be incorporated into everybody's bill, and that would then cover the express bill pay. I don't know how it'll work. We've just started looking into it. But I think that, I mean, convenience is everything for just about everybody. I don't do auto bill pay. I like to have a little more control of my money, but I do log in and pay my bills. And then I don't have to worry about the late fees or forgetting about
I
it.
think there is a little, I think it's administrative something, I think that's.
In Prosser
like
puts it,
Like $2 or something, it might be that, I don't know, there's like a little fee. I can't remember what it said, but it's.
yeah.
So I think, one that I think we can try to do is try to get our billing back.
Yeah.
I would like our billing back, so we can get away with a third party. So, because we just have so much problems with that. How they are being sent out, and then they're being sent out to the residents. So I think if we can get the billing back, we can do it in the city hall. It'd be better. Just so we wouldn't have all the chaos when, well, I didn't get my bill, kind of thing. And I mean, people that have lived here forever didn't know, call City Hall, we can give you your information over the phone, people don't. Things like that, they just come in and I didn't get my bill. We give you your bill here, I didn't get my bill. You can give it your bill, so it's easier if we can just keep the bills and do them in-house rather than third party. Terry?
I agree.
Money?
I agree here, I agree too, staying in house.
So I think we could try to see if we can get our out of that contract, or I don't know who we're sending them to.
Not revision, so I don't know if we need to update to another company or.
Now you just print the bills in the office, if you guys left it. Instead of sending it to the
How many years ago since we done that?
or them did it to it.
Yeah. And before we didn't do it on paper, it was just.
Or mine's required too and grab.
Yeah. Prior to here.
Yeah.
For some reason, because people's information are out there for anybody to see. Matthews told us that way. Building probably knows that they get stuck in the mail process. Actually, yeah.
With
They
their,
tear all the
put
time.
them in the mailbox, they need to be on their way. But anyway, we need to see if we can get our bills back. So that would be something that I think we should try and do
For the new year.
for the new year. Also, I think, that's all I can think of off the top of my head.
I have a meeting on Thursday with, this company that helps cities with, budgeting. It's an app and you input all your numbers. Actually, it works with Vision, so it will pull the information from Vision. And then it will post automatically. We can post it automatically online to our, so at any given time, we can see what our running budget is. It updates regularly, we can update it to our website regularly. Everything will be digital. I think it's the city of Chelan, was it Chelan, Jerry, that I showed you? I believe it was city of Chelan, and I'll look into it again some more. Where you go in and you can look and see what they spent on office supplies. Or what the water department spent at any given time, it just is continually updating it. I don't know what the costs are, the guy's been trying to get a hold of me and I keep pushing him off, but I'm gonna sit down with him on Thursday and review it. See what it is like. And maybe we say no for this year, but maybe we pencil it for for 2027 budget. But I think that would be beneficial as well, because it would show true transparency to everybody. Anybody can just go onto the website and look and see where our budget is at. If any of our residents are concerned about where our funds are going or what's being spent on what, they can look it up.
There's always been transparency, except the people don't want to accept the transparency that's being put out there. Because we are transparent, they just don't like the answer.
If the numbers are, if we're entering the numbers accurately, then it should show accurately, and that's what we're working on. Right now, is trying to get, follow all the recommendations from the state auditor's office and being a little more accurate with numbers.
Anything else?
Where's the guy from the water department?
Ben,
I don't know what his name is.
Okay.
Joe,
Oh, guy from Yakima.
oh, Ben.
Yeah.
He's around.
Oh, I haven't seen him at all for,
If you come park over here at the park, that's where you'll see him.
I haven't seen him over there either.
Yeah,
I
what
drive
do you do?
around.
What does he do?
He's, I don't know.
He's the water.
Operator.
Like you, the operator one who comes down to help us out, or he's here all day?
No, he's not Daryl.
It's like Sam would come into the water and you do the super part, all day, that contracted guy.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
see, I'm waiting for the park over there.
We're gonna go ahead and,
Oh, that was.
at 7:48.
There you go.
49, I'm sorry, 7:49.
Yeah.
Thank you.